Josh Speidel, 5 years ago, just after committing to play there, suffered a traumatic brain injury after being involved in a car accident, left him in a coma for 5 weeks. Last night, he made his first start, and in a prearranged moment, got to score Vermont's first basket. This is how it sounded. Great sportsmanship from Albany, all their starters, with hugs for Speidel, who shared that special moment then with his coach and his teammates and his parents as he left the game. Here he was after the game on fulfilling his lifelong dream.
I mean, I did it. At college basketball point, I scored in a college basketball game, you know. You can't take that away from me, you know. I'm just so forever grateful. You know, it's a dream come true. It's like looking in the box score and seeing number 32, Josh Speidel. It's a dream come true, and I couldn't be more happier.
I've said many times, the most important games in sports are not the ones when you care about who won or lost, but merely the fact that they were played at all. And that one last night was a perfect example.
For everybody else out there, when you say you have a bad day, look at Josh and then be reminded about how lucky and blessed you are if your bad day wasn't as bad as the day that Josh had.
That's what it's all about to me. I mean, you think about the two schools coming together to give him his moment and to give him that opportunity to step on that court and do something. To me, you can't watch that and not be moved. I mean, I was watching it live last night, and, I mean, it brings you to tears.
There's a lot going through my mind. There wasn't a lot of sleep last night, but to be honest, I feel like I'd go out and do it again today right now. I'm still on cloud nine, really. Just forever thankful, forever grateful.
Josh, take us through the process when they were talking about doing this and your involvement and what you thought of the whole situation.
Yeah, you know, so I think at the beginning of the year, I made it a goal of mine to, as I said, I wanted to get out there for senior night, and Coach Becker, he thought that was he thought that was a great idea, and just the past couple days, we went through scenarios, what would happen, and practiced it. And I don't know, I can only thank Coach Becker, the guys, the other seniors for letting me experience this, and Albany, Will Brown, and just Albany, and forever grateful.
And Josh, you mentioned the team and the university there. Obviously, you know, you ended up on scholarship still during your entire time at Vermont. What did the support of that university and your teammates mean throughout your 4 years?
Oh, I mean, just the fact that, Vermont, Coach Becker, the team, they stuck behind me. They were there right behind me February 3rd or February 2nd. The car wreck was February 1st, 2015, and, you know, they've been behind me every day since, and I couldn't be more blessed and lucky that I chose Vermont for my home on my 18th birthday, and, yeah, and I'm just forever grateful that, you know, I picked such a great community, such a great team, such a great coach, and yeah, you know, I can't be more thankful.
Well, listen, for those that aren't familiar with your story, again, you talked about the car crash, and then you were in a coma for 5 weeks, and no one would. There were no guarantees in any way, shape, or form if you would recover. How would you recover? Your parents were told to prepare for the worst. And maybe the best part of this, Josh, is not only are you here with us today and you scored last night, but you have beaten every expectation and you're walking out of Vermont, graduating with a 3.4 GPA. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, that's just something that I can only thank all the help. That wouldn't be possible without all the hands, all the help I've gotten from the University of Vermont, from family, from just support from home back in Indiana. Really all over the world, just sending me giving me positivity and just, you know, I couldn't be more thankful for that. And I mean, it just, I don't think it's hit me yet. And I was talking to some of the people here, and I don't think last night's hit me fully yet. I mean, even though I only got a couple hours of sleep, I mean, I don't think it's hit me yet. But you know, it's just, I mean, it's a dream come true.
It certainly hit all of us. We want you to know that everybody is feeling the impact of what we saw last night.
Josh Speidel joining us, Vermont basketball senior, scored his first and only points in college basketball last night after we talked about the crash in the beginning of February in 2015, and Trey just went over all the thoughts and the expectations, and really there weren't a whole lot. And now we saw the layup last night and you on the court. But Josh, so much of that story and the inspiration of it is where you were and not knowing to where you are right now. Talk about that for a moment. The work it took for you to get from that moment in the beginning of February to where you were last night, just some of the difficulties and obviously the goals along the way, and how that all went.
Yeah, you know, I woke up in the hospital. I mean, I didn't know what happened. And, you know, my first thought and like when am I going to play basketball again? You know, I love my parents. You know, they said no one knows that. You know, God only knows that. And, you know, hard work will be my answer. And, you know, I just tried to implement that, and, you know, tried to work every day since, and, you know, just to finally go out there and take the court, you know, I couldn't be more thankful.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app, and live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.